Once upon a time, there was a TV show called Jackanory. It had an impressive broadcast lifespan running on BBC One from 1965 to 1996. Not a bad run for a TV series that was nothing but well-known actors sitting in front of a camera reading children's stories. I'm serious, that's pretty much all it was. Take a famous children's story like Matilda or Pinocchio and have a famous celebrity recite the story on TV over multiple episodes, and you have the makings of a successful TV series. In its 30-year lifespan, over 3,000 episodes were recorded. Unfortunately, most of them are lost, so very few have been released on video. That is until April 1989 when 4 videos were released: Saddle Bottom, Raging Robots and Unruly Uncles, The Church Mouse, and 10 in a Bed. I had all 4 of those in my collection in my youth, but for some reason I only ever bothered to watch 10 in a Bed. Why just that one? I have no idea. Usually that would mean it's the only one that ever caught my attention and met my approval. Well, in the spirit of video memories, let's see if it holds up. Well, if I can say something off the bat, the theme song for Jackanory sucks. Look, I get that it's a TV show for children and it's meant to just stimulate an interest in reading, but did they have to pick Twinkle Twinkle Little Star? God, I can actually get a better theme song from the singing Kettle. In fact, let me prove it.
Let's all join in and do the actions.
There were 10 in the bed and the little one said, roll over, roll over. So they all rolled over and one fell out. And he gave a little scream and he gave a little shout. Yahoo!
See? Easily done. Something like that would have fit perfectly. Okay, back to it. So what we have is Victoria Wood reading a story written by someone called Alan Alberg, no idea who he is, about a young girl named Dinah Price. Every night when she goes to bed, she finds a fairy tale in her bed. Yeah, that's about it. Every night for about a week, she finds a different fairy tale in her bed, altogether 10 fairy tales in the bed, and they'll only leave if Dinah tells them a story. Fortunately, she has the imagination powers to bullshit the fairy tales, resulting in her essentially repeating the same story for every character, with some minor changes to tickle their fancy. Whatever it takes to get them out of her house. In Scotland, this would basically go, once upon a time there were some stupid fairy tales. They broke into a house and then they went home. The end. Get the hell out. Each episode lasts about 10 minutes. They begin in the kitchen with a quick recap of Dinah's day, exit the kitchen, into the stairwell, up the stairs, into the bedroom where the next intruder is, including the likes of the 3 bears, the Wicked Witch, a talking frog, Puss in Boots, and a big massive giant. If I have to say one thing, I was never that fond of the ending of the giant episode. You look out the window at the end and you see a shadow of the giant on the horizon. That freaked me out as a kid, probably on the level of Percy Runs Away. God knows why. That image had an effect on me as a kid that's pretty much harmless as an adult. I've never read the book this video is based on, so I'm not sure on how more elaborate the book is. There's a part of me that wonders whether or not Dinah actually imagined the fairy tale creatures. Only once do any of Dinah's parents actually go up to the bedroom, and all they see is a messy bed. Dinah tries to point out the giant shadow, and even she doesn't know if she really sees it or not. I'm just going to say it's a child's overactive imagination. Overall, I liked the presentation, I liked the production design. Victoria Wood was a good storyteller, the visuals are nice, but let's face it, even without that god-awful theme music, this thing isn't getting anything higher than a 2 out of 5. It's a video designed to give children a desire to read books, in a day and age before audiobooks or the internet became things. Even with the positives, this video has little purpose these days. You can get a cheap audiobook on Audible for the kids, most definitely a lot cheaper than this video, and believe me, this video was pricey. How pricey are we talking? Let's just say a little too much when you've got a fucking wedding to pay for. So this video has merits, but overall it's average at best. I give it 2 out of 5 and I place it at number 68 in the Video Memories rankings, ahead of Singing Kettle Christmas Crackers, but behind Tom and Jerry the movie. It's not good enough to beat a bad Tom and Jerry production in my eyes. A little disappointing, but honestly, with this video's premise, I should have seen it coming. But you know what? It doesn't matter. Jackanory and Space Jam were just warm-ups. Next month we look at something great, because something happened last summer that I need to talk about.